What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with your boy, Dari Promo. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that bell, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I got this pimple on my head. You see it right there. But that don't stop me from being a YouTuber, you feel me? But what I do want to talk about on the topic of YouTube is that millions of YouTubers feel like we are, living in our last days. You feel me? Like, there's so much going on with the world. So many wars starting to happen out the blue and everything overnight while we sleep and all that. And all these battles and disagreements, is just, make our brain and mindset, swift and go over to a whole different level, bro. Like, come on now. I know y'all been seeing what I've been seeing. And if you ain't been seeing what I've been seeing, then you ain't been on TikTok enough, or you ain't been, searching enough videos on YouTube. But we are at war, and it's not like, it's us involved, but we part of the United States of America. We are Americans and everything, so we right here where stuff can pop off at. And what I can say for sure is that the times we living in right now wasn't nothing like back in the days. You ain't had nothing like this to really worry about. Only thing I really pretty much heard about was like 9/11. You feel me? Like it's triple that now. So many wars and all that going on. You got Iran and, all these other populations, man. It's crazy out here, bro. It's crazy. But us YouTubers still doing what we do. Still being a YouTuber, That's what real life matter right there. Like, the world might, be coming to an end. Who knows? Nobody really knows, but God has the last say so on that. But I can say this world has been upside down. This world has been upside down, and so many rules and regulations changing around and all that. Like, they talking about letting it be appropriate to walk around with a gun, without it even being a concealed, licensed, registered gun. Just walking with it wherever you at. You feel me? And that's crazy. People been, real life panicking, bro. Blood pressure going up because of these wars that's been, happening. Like, you got people who families who has been involved. You got, 4 U.S. members who have, lost their lives to this situation. You feel me? That's somebody's family. Not only is that somebody's family, but the places that got hit and, where everything popped off at, it's some people that's, no longer living over there. And that's somebody's family too, you feel me? It's crazy. Like, it's 2026, but I could never imagine 2026 even being like this. So if we couldn't imagine 2026 being like this, just imagine 2028, 2030. You get what I'm saying? How is it gonna be then? Is it like, is we gonna get a new president, or this gonna be the last president? That's one of my biggest questions right there. Is we gonna get a new president eventually, or this gonna be the last president? Been too much going on, man. Like, every day, every other day, it's something going on with the world. And, it's also, a lot of distractions and everything that get in the way of that, but I try to keep my head on, the right things that real life matter. But I also try not to worry so much about things and, have faith and give it to God, because God is the greatest, you feel me? And when you worry, that don't, that don't work in your, favor that you wanted to work in. So worrying never, did well for me. It was all about having faith and putting everything in God's hands and still moving forward throughout the day, because when you worry and don't move forward throughout the day, things may still go great, but you thought that things would go wrong and you was worrying, so you did not move forward. But imagine if things went right and your worries was, thinking different than what you thought, thinking things was gonna go wrong, because things obviously went right. So that means, it went good, the opposite way of what you thought. So that's why you should walk into faith and, give it to God for real. Like, I'm just seeing everything on Facebook, TikTok, this, that, you feel me? And I just share it to my news feed and, try to put the world up on game just in case they not fully up on it, you feel me? But our kids, our kids really don't even know what's really going on, you feel me? Like, they just real life living day by day, going to school, coming home, living a normal life. But it's way deeper than that, man. It's way deeper than that, like, I think it's time we have a real deep sit down talk with our kids and, put them up on game and let them know what's really going on, because see, they know we great. They know we got it all. But see, I feel like people want to come after kids, bro, because they the next generation. They the greatest. But God ain't gonna let that happen. You feel me? So we gotta stand tall together. For real. We have to stand tall together. But like I said, millions been worried, about what's going on with these wars and all that. All these, calls and, shots and fire, buildings getting knocked down and everything. Like, it's stuff we couldn't even expect, people going out and big bosses, leaving and everything. Like, it's unbelievable. 2026 has been a headache on that side of things, I can say that. 2026 has been like a headache on that side of things for some people. But we can't, we can't really worry about that. We just gotta continue to do right and pray, move forward. We can't let nothing get in the way of what we got going on, man. It's just a unbelievable thing, and I think it's more of unbelievable for a lot of people and not just me. Like, some people was already up on game and they feel like they knew this was gonna happen. They knew it would get like this, but I mean, did it take for the president to almost be in office for people to know that it would get like this? Or I'm talking back past 2000, people knew it would get like this in the 1990s or under that, you feel me? Like, who would have ever knew? Who would have ever knew? I gotta take a break real quick, YouTube. Back again like I never left. See, it's all right to take a break, We get busy throughout, life and everything. You don't gotta just jump and do what you gotta do right there and there, you feel me? Take your time, Because the real ones that's rocking with you, they go wait. They go wait, you feel me? So yeah, we gotta stand together, come together as a community and stock up on, gas if you can, because gas prices going up and everything. Stuff in stores going up, food items, so it's time to, think smarter, move smarter, move forward, and continue to just stay focused out there. Stay focused out there. Try to avoid large spaces, like the mall. I hate to say it, but they might try to come after churches. That's one of the next is, biggest large spaces, a church. But other than that, you got large spaces like schools, definitely schools, and hospitals, so we got to stay 10 steps ahead. That's what I've been doing. Stand 10 steps ahead, and I want y'all to make sure y'all stand 10 steps ahead, but I also want to hear y'all opinion, how y'all feel about what's going on out here. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you up on game about. Let me know if you lost, you don't know what's going on, I want to know where your head at, where your mind at, you feel me? Because me, it's like I kind of know what's going on, but it's more than what I know that's going on, you feel me? So I've been doing my research little by little, but I can only know what I see that come, on my phone. So, I watch the news and all that when I can, but not like that. But, everything from the news eventually heads over to social media anyway. So that's like the new technology for this generation. Like back in the day, you had to watch the news, but you can watch the news for free on Tubi. Go to the television selection and live TV. Now you watching the news right there, or you can just wait till it pop up on, that specific website and everything. But millions of YouTubers, man, millions of YouTubers feel like, it's the end. Nothing gonna work. It's a dark cloud. So I just want y'all to know that God is with you. He loves you. You are somebody. Continue to do what you're doing out here, stay focused. Keep striving for greatness, and hopefully, everything work out in a great way how I need to work out, for the best and for all. You get what I'm saying? For real, because times is hard out here, and we don't need it getting any more harder, you feel me? So it's time to, stay focused and just chill out, avoid large spaces like I said, and, just continue to work, make your money, come back home to your family, appreciate life, enjoy life, and stay up, stay up. Not like stay up all night, but stay up on the news, stay up on game, I done try to put y'all up on game on this video right here. So what you don't know, you gonna have to go do your research, find it on TikTok, YouTube. You can find it on YouTube, but it's gonna be like a longer video. But TikTok, they gonna get right to the point for you. So I know a lot of millions of YouTubers, you feel me, is like really panicking, bro, for real. And I want y'all to drop it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. Had to pause the video again real quick, but I'm back. But yeah, I want y'all to drop it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about, what's going on with the world right now. You feel me? I'm going to also drop my second YouTube channel in the comments too, so make sure y'all subscribe over there. It's your boy, Dari Promo. I'm out. Hit that like button.